What is in Outlaws of Thunder Junction? What good cards would I recommend buying? Is there anything actually worth buying? What is the set about? Is it good at all? Let's answer these questions and all in between, talking about pretty much the entire set of Thunder Junction. There's still a few cards coming out. I have a majority of the cards to talk about, so I thought I would make an earlier video to see if this set is worth actually investing in or putting any money in or buying cards. But let's start off with a word from our sponsor. The sponsor of this video is me. I have started an Etsy page where I'm going to try and be selling clothes that I've designed, thought would be funny, thought would be cool, thought would be amazing on people's bodies. So I literally spent maybe a month or two looking at different resources and stuff to come up with the nicest clothes I could possibly find, with the coolest designs that I have done myself, with stuff like playmats, hoodies, t-shirts. I'm going to try and do phone cases. They're harder than I thought, but I do think that it is a really good thing to actually put into. So if you would like to help me out or help the channel out, please go onto my Etsy. It will be linked down below and you'll be able to find very nice clothing and also be supporting the channel. So links down below, and also if there's any other designs I will be putting on any of my social media, so please follow me there as well. So welcome to a new plane that we have never been before. It is the first ever kind of Western futuristic plane that we have ever seen. So hopefully there is a lot to talk about, but sadly there is not. When it comes to the story, I have not fully read it, but I've got hints and bits from people online. There's not really much talking about it. What we do know is that it is Western, and that there is a thing called a vault that people need a vault key for, and people are going into groups to find the vault key to open the vault to get what's inside. And when it comes to this, because of the events of Phyrexia, there is portals now everywhere, so we're going to be getting people from all different works of planes and planets and stuff coming to this planet to find the vault, because supposedly there is an amazing thing inside. Now I'm wondering, that sounds familiar. A team of people working together to find a vault that they need the vault key for, that has stuff inside that's really powerful. It could just be me. I can't really think of anything that it could be based on. So the main focus of the deck is the bad guys that have teamed up together with Oko to find the vault and vault key. In this, we also find that Kellen, that we've seen through the last previous sets, have finally found his father, Oko, who clearly is a very good and nice guy. So when it comes to this, the trailer at the start really shows off the main team of people, which I will be going through each of their individual cards, and it shows them off in a way that has never been done before. Again, I'm getting that nagging feeling I've seen this somewhere before, but again, could just be me. So I'm going to start off this video with talking about the main characters, starting off with the leader, Oko. Oko, the ringleader. For 2 blue and a green, you get a legendary planeswalker Oko that is a mythic. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Oko ringleader becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature you control until end of turn, except he has hexproof. +1, draw 2 cards. If there's committed a crime this turn, discard a card, otherwise discard 2 cards. -1. Create a 3/3 green elf creature token. -5. For each other non-land permanent you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent and starts on 3 loyalty. To be honest, they have done Oko justice. They have still made him his annoying little broken way. However, they have also switched it up that he is not overly powerful. I know one of the Oko cards was banned. This is a good in-between. I really like the card and the art that comes with him too. And then next we're going to be talking about Annie Flash the Veteran. For 3 red, green and a white, you get a legendary creature, Human Rogue, that is a mythic. When Annie Flash the Veteran enters the battlefield, if it was cast, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. When Annie Flash becomes tapped, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn and is a 4/5. I've been noticing a lot lately they're kind of doing a ETB Sun Titan effect, or an attack triggers Titan effect, which again is really good as a commander, especially a 3-color card like this, especially with the color identities of it as well. Plus then it has a second ability that lets you discard 2 cards and pretty much play them that turn, which again is good to have a deck around. I actually think this is quite a good to amazing commander depending on how you build it. Next we're going to, we all know her, we all love her, Vraska the Silencer. For 1 black and a green, you get a legendary creature, Gorgon Assassin, that is a mythic. She has Death Touch. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 1. If you do, return that card to the battlefield tapped under your control. It's a treasure artifact with tap. Sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, and it loses all other card types, and it is a 3/3. So again, I'm very confused because the last time I personally heard about Vraska, she was leaving with Jace, but still Phyrexianized. Now I don't know how they have undone it. I'm not sure if in the story they have explained yet how they have undone it. But again, I'm just kind of going to wait and see to see if they actually explain how they do it, or personally find out of someone else or look online to find out. But the card overall is really good and very interesting. An ability I've never seen before. You pretty much just turn your creature's opponents into your own treasures, but it says it only changes the card type, but it doesn't change the effect. I think it like adds on that they're treasure. So the fact that there still could be the ETB effects or anything like that still used on this card is a really good idea. Next we are going on to Rakdos the Muscle. For 2 black and a red, you get a legendary creature, Demon Mercenary, that is a mythic. He has Flying and Trample. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile cards equal to its mana value from the top of target player's library. Until end of turn, you may play those cards. The mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. Sacrifice another creature, Rakdos the Muscle gains indestructible till end of turn. Tap it, activate only once each turn, and it is a 6/5. Not gonna lie, Rakdos is one of my favorite kind of characters when it comes to this. I love that he's pretty much this big massive party creature. I love all his cards. I've always found them really unique. I've actually tried to collect all of them. I'm only currently missing 1, now going to be 2, but I do find that this is the weakest Rakdos out of all of them. Now if you have different thoughts and opinions on that, I would love to have a conversation, but I do think that it is the weakest Rakdos overall. Now we're going on to Tiny Bones the Pickpocket. For 1 black, you get a legendary creature, Skeleton Rogue, that is a mythic. Whenever Tiny Bones the Pickpocket deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target non-land permanent card from that player's graveyard, and spend mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell, and he is a 1/1. I find this card to be absolutely amazing. For 1 mana, you get a really cool and very powerful commander that lets you able to steal stuff, especially if you have like black market connections, black market, dark ritual, different ways to make lots of mana. You can steal many people's things. I do think that there is a way somehow to build this commander and it being a very powerful deck. And then finally we are going on to Helen the Kid. For green, white and a blue, you get a legendary creature, Human Fey Rogue, that is a mythic. Flying and lifelink. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you may cast a permanent spell with equal or lesser mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, and it is a 3/3. I both love and hate this card. I think it is a really powerful commander. I think it is pretty much like a new Tulane. It is so powerful, I really do like it. However, I've gotten used to Kellen being a adventure creature where they keep switching out the colors, and now they're doing it as a 3 color. Now they might have explained it in the story, as again I haven't read it, but I do find it really weird that we have 3 Kellen cards that are dual colors of different types of cards, and now all of a sudden we have a very powerful 3 color Kellen, which could be the fact that he met his dad for the first time and now his life has changed. We don't really know, or I don't really know, so if there is any information, please let me know in the comments down below. But now a big thing when it comes to this set is that it is very creature heavy. The whole point is that pretty much everyone from different universes is coming over to come and say hi to find the vault, and there is a lot of familiar faces and a lot of people are excited that some of the cards have been new. When it comes to me personally, I kind of find it to be, I was excited for this set, but then the more I learn about it, the kind of less I personally like it, which is mainly because, again, it's great seeing some of these people. I like how, because of these portals, we're going to see familiar faces. However, I'm finding it a bit ridiculous that we're in a new plane, and I'm excited to find what the plane's about. These cactus people look cool and stuff like that, but now majority of the focus is on look who's back, look who's here, look who's trying to stop you from getting to the vault and stuff like that. But there is a lot of cool creatures. So again, if you are excited, I've made a list of characters that you might be excited to see or think would be cool in this set. So here they are now. Archangel of Tithys, Geralf the Fleshwright, Gisser the Hellraiser, Terror of the Peaks, Grizzly Bill Spinesower, Archangel's Newt, Stringback Terror, Keravek the Punisher, Megdad the Horde Master, Outcast Trailblazer, Philtip Lost of the Range, Jirard Mirrored of the Wilds, the Gitrog Ravenous Ride, Selvala Eager Trailblazer, Obeka Splitter of Seconds, Ariet the Bull Gilder, Riku of Many Paths, Marchesa Dealer of Death, Breaches the Blast Maker, Laughing Jesper Flint, Ilha Undefeated Slickshot, T Weaker Perfect Shot, Campbell Profiting Mayor, Malcolm the Eyes, Bonnie Paul Colt, Bruce Taver Roving Ranger, Roxanne Starfall Servant, Satoru the Infiltrator. A lot of characters that I'm shocked seeing, but a lot of familiar faces that I'm happy to see. Some more powerful than others. Some characters I completely forgot about until now. Again, I'm happy, but also not happy at the same time. It's good seeing these familiar faces, but at the same time, I'm like, I would prefer new people, especially on a new plane. Especially doing this is a Wild West thing as well. There's a lot of people here that I'm like, I cannot see them being here, or why are they here? But if there's any characters that you absolutely love, I would have loved to see, let me know in the comments down below. Now we're going on to the spells. There's a handful of spells that are really good, but they've added a new chromatic where you get to pay for the mana cost and then add additional mana on depending on what pack you want. I do think this is a really good way to introduce new spells or only activate packs that you want. But here's a list of cool cards. Final Showdown, Rush the Dread, One Last Job, Smuggler's Surprise, Another Route, 3 Steps Ahead, Steps Between Worlds, Great Train Heist, Unsalvable Avarice, Pillage the Bog. Now we are going on to enchantments. When it comes to this, there's not many enchantments in this set completely. However, they have added a legendary, they joined up. It kind of reminds me of that Rick and Morty episode when they're trying to rob a bank or something. It's like, I'm in. So for majority of the characters, again, I'm recording this before the full set is out, there is a legendary joined in group card. So yeah, I'm going to be going over that and 1 or 2 of the other enchantments that are good in this deck. So you get enchantments like Tiny Bones joins up, Rakdos joins up, Kellen joins up, Vraska joins up, Double Down, and High Noon. Now with only 2 more things to talk about, one being artifacts and the others being lands. When it comes to the artifacts, there's not many artifacts in this set at all. There is obviously the key, which is quite a good card, which I'll be showing off now, but you get artifacts like a Simulation Aegis, the key to the vault. And then when it comes to the lands, there's obviously beautiful basic lands. They've also added in tap lands that I think you gain a life or lose a life, I can't remember. But the main one, or my main concern, is that they've done a alt art of a train going through the desert with all the lands that each part of the train is lands. So them lands are Concealed Courtyard, Spine Bluff Canal, Blooming Marsh, Inspiring Vantage, Botanical Sanctum. These are really cool because they, again, was just released in the Doctor Who set, but have not been released in a set for a very long time. So the fact that we're getting them back is quite good, but also the fact that they go along in this train art is absolutely amazing. So when it comes to this set, we're not fully done. They've added a few more things. Usually you get 1 or 2 set symbols, one being from the set itself and the other being from the commander decks. Now when it comes to this, they've also added in other cards, in other arts. They've done, like, have you seen when it comes to some of the cards I've shown, a kind of wanted poster version of it, but you also get cards like the breaking news cards. These come in 2 different art sets with a different symbol altogether. When it comes to these, there is pretty much like a newspaper version of it, and then there is a full art version. I'll be showing both arts when it comes to some of the cards, but you get cards like Mana Drain, Grindstone, and Thought Seeds. But again, even more they've released. They have also released a other art set with a different symbol as well. When it comes to this, these cards called the Big Score. This is what I think are the cards that are inside of the vault, like the powerful items and stuff like that. Majority of them seem to be artifacts, but you get cards such like Sword of Wealth and Power, Tarpole Orb, Alten Madderweaver, Vault-Born Tyrant. These come in 2 different arts as well, one in a normal-esque art and then one in like a kind of reminds me of the ones from Kaladesh as well, with a white and brown border. Very amazing cards. And then finally, when it comes to this, is the guest art. These are full art cards with another set symbol on as well, that come in just full art cards and that are absolutely amazing. But you get cards such like Scapeshift, Morbid Opportunist, Stormforged Mystic, and Desert. Now I know this video has been very long and there is still a lot to talk about, but there's only 2 things I do want to mention and then this will be over. One being that they've released a second Planeswalker, it being Jace. Now originally when I seen this card, I thought it was going to be Jace acting like, no sorry, I thought it was Ashiok acting like Jace. However, talking to a friend, I found out that it's the other way around. It is Jace acting like Ashiok. Now I don't know why, I haven't watched a tell a story or anything like that, and I don't know the full story yet, so I'm going to find out that eventually. But it is good to see that there is more than one Planeswalker, but this Jace card is absolutely amazing. Now my thoughts and opinions overall, I do like this set, I do like the way they've done it, I do like it overall. I do think this is one of the best sets of the year so far, and I do really love what they've done. However, there is one small change, is that I think they've done too much for a set. This is a set that is very, very big, or should have been bigger, where you got some characters from different planes, and then you get to know them playing more and stuff like that. From the bits of the story I've heard, I've also found it's very fast. I'm not sure if they've found out what's in the vault fully yet, but again, overall, I do think this is a set, especially because the cards are really powerful. There's a lot of commanders in this deck, or in this set, and it does seem to be an overall really good set. I really do hope they do stuff like this in the future, but I do think they need to break it up more, as in do 2 or 3 sets again when it comes to planes like this. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Let me know if there's any people you would have liked to see or anything like that. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, watch more of my content, share it to a friend, share it to an enemy, whatever, and all that other good stuff. But as always, I have a previous Magic the Gathering video here, a playlist with all the Magic the Gathering stuff here, and a subscribe button here. And I want to thank everyone for their support, and I will see you all in the next video.